And down he goes. Up, 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 up. Welcome back to the Cool Figures channel. I'm your host, Just the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and today I have for you guys a humongous toy review. As you can see already, today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys Spawn Violator. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. I upload new content constantly throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell icon so you stay notified when I do upload new videos. And if you guys want to support the channel in any way, all I ask you guys watch my videos from start to finish, as well as going ahead and hitting that like button if you enjoy the video that you're watching. And go ahead and check out those Amazon affiliate links linked down below. There you'll find all sorts of cool action figures, stuff associated to toy photography, and so much more. As always, the information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to this channel sponsor, Violator. Check them out for your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs. And of course, use code COOLFIGURES at checkout for 10% off your order. Violator. So guys, before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for 400 subscribers. I recently hit 400 subscribers over this past weekend, and I really do appreciate each and every single one of you that have hit that subscribe button. And I still appreciate each and every single one of you that just stop by here and now and watch a video here and there. But I would really appreciate it even more if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button and help us get to 500. So once again, guys, thank you so much for 400, and here's to 500, and to keep giving you guys great content. So with that being said, guys, we are taking a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys Spawn Violator, and this guy is massive. I mean, as you can see my whole studio, even the ugly, gray walls that are used to bounce the light off and whatnot. But yeah, so I apologize for that. You have to see everything in my studio, but he is just so ginormous. He did not fit in a small frame, and my camera is backed up pretty damn far too, so it's to the point where like any further and I won't even be able to interact with the toy itself, because I want to be able to maintain eye vision with the camera, make sure what I'm doing on camera is actually showing up on camera. I'm not doing off camera, off screen, you know what I mean? So my camera is backed up all the way, it's zoomed all the way out. Obviously, as you can see, the whole studio opposed to just a small, the small white background part. But this guy is ginormous. I mean, just look at him. I mean, there's not much else I can say. So yeah, this thing is also heavy. This thing is a hunk of plastic, and if you want, you can probably keep one of these in your bedside tables and use it in case somebody breaks into your house, and you just smash them over the head with this thing, because this thing weighs a ton. I'm actually afraid to display him a bit, because he has a tendency to get off balance even with the stand that he comes with, because it's not really a stand for this size of a figure. But he does tend to fall off balance at times. He does seem to be fine right now, but I am a little afraid to display him, because I do display the big boys together on a shelf that's kind of high up, and if this guy goes for a tumble, one, not only is he going to take other guys with him, but he's also going to damage my floor greatly. So that's just something to keep in mind, but I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'll probably try just leaning him back as far as possible, putting two stands, one on each foot, and going from there. But yeah, guys, this thing is huge, massive, heavy, and beautiful. I know I'm saying beautiful even though it's an ugly, demonic, beast-looking figure, but the attention to detail, I mean, it makes sense because Spawn is Todd McFarlane's, child. So it makes sense that the figures that he puts out for his own line would be this great. And I have to admit, for $50, this isn't that bad. I mean, I know I'm saying $50, but this thing is ginormous. I'm also gonna be doing a review coming up tomorrow on the gold label Dark Side. So I'll go ahead and put him right here next to Violator. And as you can see, Darkseid's slim and tall, and Violator's crunched over quite a bit. Like, you can see his knees are bent a bit. His ab crunch is pretty well active right there. So these guys are very tall figures, but even still, then the Violator still kind of looks kind of a little intimidating compared to Darkseid, in my opinion. Although we obviously know Darkseid would most likely win in that battle with his Omega beams, but that's a discussion for another day. Maybe for the next episode of Coffee and Toys we'll discuss that. But until then, let's get back to this review. So once again, as I stated in my Spawn Gunslinger review, I have no attachment or knowledge of the Spawn franchise, but this figure and the Gunslinger Spawn have definitely made me want to go and explore that universe and, you know, find out more about them. I do know that this guy is the transformation of the clown character. I do know that. Thankfully, I've watched a review it wasn't a review, it was a hunt video from Mad Hatter Reviews when he was looking to pre-order these guys, and that's what he mentioned. He mentioned that this guy is actually the clown figure that once he's transformed, which is pretty interesting in my opinion, because I wouldn't have gotten that from that figure. So pretty cool. Like I said, it's made me want to go back and look and find out more about Spawn. So anyways, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at what he comes with. He does come with one thing only, a McFarlane stand. Typical, same kind you would get with like the DC Multiverse, except it says Spawn instead of DC Multiverse. That's why I said he comes with a stand that's not really meant for a giant boy like him. I mean, this guy is just huge. I mean, I don't even think Mezco stands could do him justice. I mean, you would really just need one of those 1/6 scale ones for him that, you know, comes up and under, just to ensure that he doesn't like tip forward or anything. Because as you can see, he's on a piece of like, you know, like a kitchen counter right here is like a piece that wasn't used, so I went ahead and used it for my table right here. So he's pretty balanced on that, but that's a pretty solid surface. So that's something to keep in mind. This is a pretty solid surface. If you place him on anything else, you just have to keep in mind, you know, maybe tap it a bit, tap him, make sure he doesn't move too much. Like, see, I can tap him and he's not going to fall over. He's balanced. So this is the first time I've actually gotten him this balanced. While I was taking the pics, he was a mess and a monster to deal with, no pun intended, considering he is a monster. But anyways, guys, I am starting to ramble because despite not having an attachment or affiliation for Spawn or the Violator, I absolutely love this figure. I have a thing for large figures, if you couldn't tell, because I also have the gold label Dark Side and the standard version Dark Side. Like, why else would I have both? But besides the fact that I love giant oversized figures, especially when I can add them to my bodybuilding collection. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically just figures that are all, you know, roided out and whatnot. They look like they hit the gym and stuff. Since I am a bodybuilder, I like that in my figures, and that's really cool. Originally I had them all next to my trophies from my bodybuilding competitions, but that collection quickly grew fast and I had to move my bodybuilding trophies out of there. So now it's just a whole section of giant guys. So I'm be looking to add this guy and the gold label Dark Side to that shelf soon. I need to do a tour of my collection in my room soon. I know I keep saying that, but I keep pre-ordering things and waiting for things, and then as I get things in, more stuff comes in. I'm like, okay, I'll wait till I do this. I'll wait to do it till I get this in, and then that comes in and I have something else on pre-order. I'm like, well, I should wait till I get that. So I think what I'm going to do is just do it, and then every so often just do an update once I've acquired enough things to be different enough. But anyways, guys, once again, I am rambling on because I don't know, I just ramble. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this guy. So as I pull him forward, you can see all the intricate detailing that this guy has. And I mean, the scales on this guy's head and body are just amazing and out of this world, the way they're sculpted on there and the way they're sculpted in. The jaw, the mouth, everything is just so horrendous looking. It's awesome. It's so amazing. This thing, like I said, I'm not a big Spawn fan, but I will definitely be using this guy for crossover picks. This thing kind of reminds me of the Joker tying in Arkham Asylum. You know, when he takes the venom, Bane's venom, and he gets all large and stuff, and then even like his spine comes out of his back, right? Like kind of like this, and he's all, you know, big and bony. I hear McFarlane Toys is actually going to be making a Titan Joker figure, and I'm hoping if it's this size, I'll be so happy. But regardless, guys, this will still make a great crossover figure for picks with Batman, Halo. Even Mezco figures can, you know, be used with this thing because he's supposed to be overly large and, you know, bigger in scale than most figures. So even if they are smaller scale than, say, the scale that this guy's supposedly in, you know, I believe this is more of like a 7 or 8 inch line. The Spawn figure is really tall. The Gunslinger Spawn is really tall. Definitely not Mezco size, but with this guy being what he is, he definitely can be used as, you know, in any way and capacity. Even with Star Wars figures, like this would be a perfect substitute for like a small Rancor or just a larger alien, you know. So many possibilities besides just spawn picks. And I do have gunslinger spawns, so we do have those possibilities as well. But anyways, after taking a nice closer look at him once again, I'll turn him over to his back so you get a nice good look at his back. As you can see, he is just a massive figure, guys. I cannot get over how big this guy is and also how heavy he is. He weighs a ton, which is amazing. I mean, I have the Toka and Razar from NECA Toys, and I think this guy rivals them. I think this guy's just slightly heavier. Okay, so with that being said, well, let's go ahead and take a look at this guy's articulation. As you can obviously see and tell, it's going to be limited at points, but it's also not at others. You're pretty well surprised. So starting with the head articulation, we'll start with the easy one, obviously. He does turn his head side to side. You have to really push it, though, for it to do it. His jaw does hinge all the way down like that, and it does close to this point. So see, closed, open, closed, open. So yeah, his head gets a little more turned to the when he turns it to the right, to the left. I'm sorry, it's all turned around for me. Then he does to the right, kind of gets stuck. So not too much head articulation there. But as you can see, his arms. Whoops, sorry guys. His arms do go out all the way. You do get 360 rotation at the shoulder joint right there. No butterfly joint, obviously, and he does come with single hinge elbow joint, much like Steppenwolf and or actually Steppenwolf and Darkseid actually have double hinge joints. I was gonna say they much like the larger ones did, but I think Steppenwolf came with a single hinge joint. I think that's who I'm thinking of, because obviously right there Darkseid has double. But anyways, he does have single hinge elbow joint, rotation at the wrist right there, as you can see, as well as hinging in and hinging out. And this one does a better job of hiding this weird joint that these larger figures have. So as you can see here on Darkseid, it's all rigid and ribbed right there, and you can see it. But on the Violator, it's actually sculpted and smoother. And like I said, it is Todd McFarlane's child in a way, in a sense, because he did create Spawn. So it makes sense that he put a little more effort into this line and into these characters and toys. So looking at his ab articulation, he does twist at the top of the waist as well as at the bottom. He does crunch forward as far as he can that way. And as far as crunching back, he basically just stands straight up. And this guy's been working out. He's got a 2, 4, 6, and 8 packs. That's more than me. So, man, watch out for this guy. He can join the cheerleading squad if he can just straight out his legs. Oh, there we go. I say this guy can join the cheerleading squad. Maybe not make captain, but pretty decent splits for a big guy like this. Oh, real quick, let me just look. Having him stand up instead of being crouched down. Look how tall this guy is. Look how massive he is. Like, he's just, whew, so big. I mean, he's almost the size of my whole studio, guys. Like, literally, if he was like 5 inches taller, I'd be doing this in my room or somewhere else, because he would not fit. He's that big. So continuing on with the review, that was, whew, this guy's huge. So his leg goes forward that much, goes back that much. He does come with single hinge knees. I thought that was a hinge right there, but that's not, because he looks very similar, but he just has them all around. Oh no, see, I think that was supposed to be a double hinge knee, and they just didn't go through with it, so they sculpted in that last scale right there. But then he does have ankle articulation right here, and then he does have foot articulation right here. I guess so that would be his ankle, and I don't know Violator anatomy, guys. I'm sorry. He has 2 ankles. We'll say ankle 1 can go forward that much, and then go back that much. Probably doesn't make sense to you guys because I had it bunched up. So ankle 1 can go basically all the way forward, and then all the way back, and then ankle 1 or ankle 2 can go all the way flat. And let's see, flat. And basically just flat this way. And it does come with a ball rocker hinge foot, so that's really cool and helpful at times when trying to pose and position this behemoth of a character. This guy is just so big, so heavy. You just have to really be careful when you pose him up and balance him, because even at times his joints don't support him. So you have to find those real sweet spots, but when you do, You do. I mean, look at this guy. Look how horrendous and horrific he looks. Imagine this guy coming at you at night in your dreams. Ooh. And down he goes. Up, 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 up. Before this guy decides to fall over again, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics that I took of this guy, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigures, and I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by CoolFigures. Check it out if you like what you see. Leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of this gigantic guy and any other toys I do reviews on for this channel, check me out on TikTok at CoolFigures. That's where I do all my unboxings. Because when I get a new toy, guys, I am like a child and I cannot wait to rip it open, so I don't wait to set up my whole YouTube studio, and instead, I just film it on my phone real quick and upload it to TikTok. So check me out at CoolFigures. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And once again, thank you so much to this channel sponsor, V-Rare Store. Check them out for your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs. But with that being said, guys, I'm your host, Just the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.